With me, I have Sheriff Joe Barron, the Norfolk City Sheriff. Sheriff, can you talk a little bit about what's happening in Norfolk? Is positive that your sheriff's office is engaged in?
Yeah, so we have some community outreach efforts that we're making in the city of Norfolk. Throughout the year, we're always working on how we can expand and create relationships of trust in the community. And next week, we have our annual Senior Fest, which is an event that we get sponsors for. It doesn't cost the city any money, but it's an event for our senior citizens to come to so that they can recognize that they are still important to us. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's just letting the senior citizens stay connected to the services that are offered throughout the city of Norfolk. And we do that. We stole the idea, by the way, from Chesapeake. They've been doing it for years, and I've been doing it now for the last 7 years at the sheriff's office. But we have a bunch of vendors that offer services throughout Norfolk that will set up like you're going to a conference, like we're at a conference today for the Virginia Sheriff's Association. And then seniors, we have up to 800 senior citizens that sign up. And then they come and they get to go to all the little tables where the vendors are, and they learn about what is there for them. And then we offer them lunch. That's cloth napkin. It's not, box lunch or anything like that. Really nice lunch. And almost all the elected officials that represent the city of Norfolk are there. So they get to intermingle with elected officials. We play music. We have a band. We have door prizes. We're sold out right now as far as, it doesn't cost the citizens any money, but they have to register so they can get the ticket to come to the event. But last Friday we gave out all the tickets we could give out, which is amazing. When we started, I think we started with just about 500 to 600 senior citizens that came to Scope in Norfolk. This one's going to be at the Chartway Arena over by Old Dominion University. And so the senior citizens every year, they're always asking me, when's the next Senior Fest? When's the next week? So it's really become a thing that our senior citizens look forward to. And when they go, they have a great time. So.
And I tell you, they need to have that connectivity because I know in my community, our seniors, it seems like, they're preyed upon.
100%, yeah.
And with regard to fraud, mainly, those types of things. And we try to keep them as educated and as connected as we can so they know where to go to get help and to prevent those kinds of things as well.
Yeah, and, and it's one of the things, we set up a table in the sheriff's office. The police department will be there as well for their community affairs unit. And we talk a lot about the scams that are out there that are prevalent, that are targeting our senior citizens. One that's going on across the country, as almost every sheriff's office can attest to, is the scam related to jury duty, telling people that they missed jury duty and there's a warrant for their arrest, and you owe $1,000 in fine, and you can pay it off if you go down to Walgreens or CVS and get a card and put money on it and call back. No government agency ever does that. And in Virginia, missing jury duty alone is not a jailable offense. We're not going to have a warrant for you. We're not going to come arrest you for it. You may get a summons to appear in front of the judge. That's a show cause to explain why you missed jury duty. But there's never going to be a warrant for you for us to come pick you up. And the max fine in Virginia is $250 for missing jury duty. It's not thousands of dollars. And I always tell people in our civic leagues, I said, as a sheriff's office, we're never going to call you and tell you that you're wanted. We're just going to sneak up on you and catch you. So that should be a red flag for people. That kind of thing. So.
Yeah, we have that. Everything from emails to phone calls to, all of that with regard to, it just seems like it's with AI and bad actors. It just seems like every month it just kind of goes in waves. You'll have this one happening this month, and 2 or 3 months later you got another scam going on. And it is a process to keep those seniors educated because they are the ones that are usually preyed upon with regard to fraud and things like that.
It's a process, and it's a continuing education problem because
Right.
As much as you think you've gotten the information out there, there's new victims every day
Right.
to this stuff.
Right.
The recent one was people getting text messages saying that your driver's license is suspended and you have an
Right.
unpaid parking ticket,
Right,
or you
or
have
unpaid
unpaid
tolls.
tolls,
Right.
whatever it may be.
Right.
And if you go to the FCC, the Federal, Corporation Commission, they have a lot of good information about scams that are going on out there. And one of the things they say is the red flags you should look for is generally the scam will come from someone that the public generally trust. It's a name they know, like the IRS, Division of Motor Vehicles, the Sheriff's Office.
Right.
And then the caller will present a problem. There's a problem. Like Division of Motor Vehicles, your driver's license is in imminent danger of being suspended because you have outstanding tolls.
Right.
Or you failed to come to jury duty when you got subpoenaed. Those kind of things. Or, your Social Security number has been compromised with the IRS, and you need to contact us to fix it.
Right,
Otherwise
right.
there's a fine. And there's always some so there's a problem, and there's an immediate urgency to the problem. You gotta fix this right now, and you can't wait. Otherwise, there's going to be some dire consequences. All those are red flags that people should look for when they see it. And oftentimes, they have some weird way of how you pay it. So
Right.
I
Gift
can't use a
Right.
credit card. I can't use my debit card, but I got to go get a gift card
Right.
to pay
Right.
for it, which is ridiculous. Or some other form that's untraceable. So all that's red flags. And then when you're getting the emails, our senior citizens, and people should just know that if you start getting emails from people that are one saying because the other thing is not just a problem, but something good. You won something, right? You won all this money, but we need your bank information, right?
Right.
And then when you're reading those emails, a lot of times some of the telltale signs is that misspelled words or using grammar that's not proper grammar,
Right.
Which shows it should be another red flag.
Right.
So,
Well, and we also encourage seniors to talk with their family.
yeah.
Because they get that urgency, they want to handle it immediately, and we tell them, listen, just slow down, stop what you're doing, and talk with some other person, and try to make this less of an emergency and more of a, how do we solve this problem together? And because I think it does help when they slow down instead of just immediately go out and try to answer an email or answer a text or whatever it might be.
Yeah, I think the other answer, Sheriff, is not just talking to family and friends, because sometimes family and friends don't know.
Right.
You missed jury duty. Oh, well, you're going to need to pay or something like that. And it's not just the elderly. A gentleman called me this weekend on a Saturday that I know. He's a legislative aide to one of our state legislators, and told me that, hey, I got contacted. I'm really scared. It says, they got a warrant for me for missing jury duty. And I said, it's a scam. No, this isn't a scam. Is this your people? I said, well, when did they call you? They said, well, they called me today. I said, on a Saturday. I said, my civil process folks and my court folks don't work on Saturdays, so it's not my people.
Right.
And I said, and it's a common scam. But, I think that the thing that people just need to realize is slow everything down.
Right.
If it's Social Security saying that your Social Security number is compromised, hang up the phone and contact the Social Security, proper phone numbers. IRS, right now, if you go online to, pay your IRS bills, the very first thing you will see it across the top of the screen is a warning about scammers.
Right.
Same thing with Social Security. Same thing with just about every agency.
Right.
Go and look
Banks,
at their webpage.
contact your bank.
Yeah, contact your bank.
Your bank, right.
The other thing to do is contact the sheriff's office says they're coming to get you. hang up the phone and call the sheriff's office, because the scammers are using the names of real sheriff's deputies because it's easy to find them, like on social media and they're using real phone numbers to try to add validity to their story, their scam. But if you hang up and you call my office right now, 24 hours a day, you will get a person on the phone, and that person will tell you that what you're experiencing is a scam.
Right.
I had to change that. We used to have a phone tree that people would have to, press 1 for the courts, press 2 for the jail. Yeah. And I had to get rid of that so people could go right to a human being.
Right, right. Well, Sheriff, I really appreciate your time. And anything else you want to add while we're down at the conference? I know you and I have worked on a lot of legislative committees together and things like that. And we both, I think we tried to stay active in what's happening around the Commonwealth. Yeah,
100%. Here's what I would share with the community or anybody that may be listening is that most people in law enforcement, I think this gets lost, when you have incidents like George Floyd and incidents that tear at the fabric of trust that people have in law enforcement. But I talked to just about every member of the Norfolk Sheriff's Office, and what I found is that the things that help them feel good about the job is when they get an opportunity to help people. And that almost every single member of people in law enforcement, especially sheriff's offices, they get into the business because they want to be one of the good guys or just a good person. And number 2 is they're seeking to help people or trying to be someone that's making a difference in their community. Right. And that's the majority of us. And I encourage people to understand that and recognize that. And, when they see some deputies or police officers out there working in our community, go up and engage them in a conversation. Go say hello, as long as they're not on a call. Right. And then, you'll learn a lot more about them just through that simple engagement. So just ask them this question: why'd you get into law enforcement? Mm-hmm. What is it that really puts a smile on your face when you get an opportunity to do that? I did that with all my folks, and it was almost every time about helping people, teaching somebody something, or feeling like making a difference. So I think that's important for people to know.
Right. Well, again, Sheriff, thanks so much for your time. Have a good conference here.
All right. Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.